Welcome back, survivors. I'm the Survivalist, and we return to Carnivores Fallen Kings. We're going to continue after our first episode last time. So, we managed to take down a M.E.E and a Camptosaurus to check them out in the trophy room. These do feel more like carryovers from, kind of like the previous version of Fallen Kings, or like the earlier stages of this mod. But then there are things like the sinosaurus here, and... Actually, they all kind of have this... They might all be carryovers a little bit, but it feels like the sinosaurus here might be a little bit more modern than some of the others on this roster. They kind of have this more older Carnivores game feel. Like, it sounds a little bit weird, but when we kind of look at how Carnivores Cordelia was, one thing that I've been noticing is that the textures have been getting a little more sharper onto some of the dinosaurs in that. And as we saw in the trophy room, and even through some of the models here, it kind of looks like they aren't as sharp. They kind of blur a little bit more together with some of the colors. But it could also be that that is a deliberate choice in order to keep evoking the Carnivores art style and feel. But with these two taken care of, we're going to select the next 3 dinosaurs on the roster to go after. And I'll try to take note of where the mortal zones are. So for belly, upper torso, and eye or back like many other Triceratops. Okay. And I think we'll take all that we did take out before, but also include the revolver rifle this time, double ammo, and we're going to stick to the pristine paradise for now. And I probably should have actually read the little description of it last episode, but let's get that in now. A lush patch of islands. This location is known for its exotic flora and fauna. If you look hard enough, you might even find a crustacean native to this region. Don't let the name fool you, however. Predators are just as active here as any other part of Primarchia. Other dangers appear in the form of tar pits to the east and an active volcano to the south. Remnants of ancient activity dwell here as well. So there is a lot to see. And yeah, I do remember Torvus Everglades was a map that... Interesting concept, but I'm very curious about if it's been like edited or redone. But we'll head back to Pristine Paradise here with what we got, and see if we can get a few more animals for the trophy room on this outing. Okay, we're all loaded in here. I'm just going to start with the burst rifle, just in case there is any dangers close by, since we do have a couple of carnivores selected for the roster, as well as the, I want to say Monoclonius, and being a Triceratops, or Ceratopsian I should say. Yeah, Ceratopsian is the better term for it. They might be more prone to being aggressive or provoked if I am closer to them. I'm just going to try to get up in elevation, see my surroundings a little bit. Actually, sounds like I'm right beside the water. Oh yeah, I am. Okay, well, at least that should mean there's nothing coming from over here I have to worry about. Well, let me just take a little look with binoculars first and see if I can locate anything. Okay, a little bit of a stutter here, but we'll wait and see if it's a full crash or it's just a little glitch and a freeze. Oh. Or maybe it wasn't at all, and it was just a momentary one that I let go for longer than it needed. Okay, so far not seen anything. So we'll basically want to work southwest to get more into the heart of the map. But from the menu, this is a lever action shotgun. It is just that it doesn't seem to actually like have the spread of one. So, I guess this is more, it is meant for close range, but it's basically a single heavy-hitting puncher that you'll want to use more for self-defense and close-up. It's not going to be a pelleted spread. I'm wondering if maybe they're not trying to do that, being a Mortal Zone mod, as technically, I think the Mortal Zones were if any shot of any caliber or size does connect, it can put an animal down. So it might be to try to make it so that way it's not too easy taking care of some of the animals in the mod. I guess that's like a mineral or gem or something there. Just, I don't know, stuck out... Well, I guess there's a lot more of them. It just stuck out as a little bit strange to me was all. Truth be told, from the looks of the map, my best bet might actually be going north and around that way from this big mountain here. Because I don't know if I could actually climb that over there. With the mountain that we spotted last episode and I tried working at. No, just these guys. Yeah, then what were you again? Hypheliophoton. I think that's how it's pronounced, but again, my pronunciation could be completely terrible. And a Necodactylus, or Nesodactylus. Again, it's just... I think it's from the Mars Edition engine version type that this beta was built with, why there's that weird text layer. Because there have been... I think a few different versions of the Mars Engine Edition released as, like, crashes and things were found and discovered. So there have been updates to it. And that there are certain little quirks that might give away which version of it a mod was built on. Okay, yeah, see, this might be a little tough going. Like, the terrain geometry, it doesn't look like it should be as bad as it is, but... I mean, I keep on sliding down the hill here. So that might be something that still needs to be examined, is that the map could be smoothed a little bit more. It's still got, you can generally go anywhere you're looking at, and the slopes are, you can manage them. But there are some points where it looks like you should be able to have some footing, but it's a little too steep still. Actually, truth be told, this might be the mountain I was trying to climb up last episode. Oh. And we're not alone up here. Oh. Oh. So the Sinosaurus, it looks like they actually might be a pack spawn. Because there's a trio of them down there. Now, I don't know if they'll be able to get up to me up here. But we'll have to see. Because they are one I think I'd prefer to have the burst rifle ready for. Oh, dang. Oh, that's a biggin'. Oh, I gotta be careful up here. Okay, there's another Sinosaurus. I don't know where the big one is, though, and because of the angle of the mountain, I'm not seeing it, like, poking out. So there's still one more Sinosaurus of the pack that's probably after us. Oh, yeah, I do not like this. I mean, on the one hand, I've gotten 2 of the Sinosaurus, which is nice, and we might have this jumbo predator, or I should say large theropod. But I have no idea where they are right now. Because they don't really have, like, a, we'll give up the chase eventually. The AI does not really ever relent on you. Like, I can hear... Oh, yeah, there you are. God, if I go sliding down, it's basically game over for us. Okay, so the Sinosaurus, they might actually have a little bit more weaker health pool to them. Because it seemed like... I don't think I would have been able to get the mortal zone from, like, how I was shooting with my angle. But still went down pretty reliably. My bigger worry is that larger theropod that I don't actually know where it might be. I can't remember where its mortal zone was because I never really took a good chance to look at it. Oh, wait a minute. That's it. So I actually did get him with one of the shots. Oh. Oh, wow. We might I think we're actually safe down here now. Wow. Okay, I was not expecting that. So we've gotten the Sinosauruses, so that still leaves the Eustreptospondylus I'd like to get. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save these trophies, just because I'm not going to gamble with them. I've done that too many times in the past, and I've always lost them. Not this time. Okay, we're back in another hunt. I just decided to go back the menu, depart us out with the same selected roster. And it was a Neovenator, which was the big theropod we'd taken down. The mortal zones for it are the eyes, and it looks like the inside of the mouth. So I don't know if the burst rifle, I just got lucky in the little, like, burst fire it has, that one of them hit the mortal zone, or it just has, like, a lot of shredding power for each shot it, like, puts out. I'm just going to get us a little bit out of the main foliage here, and we're going to try working for the other two animals from the trophy roster I picked out, the Eustreptospondylus and the Monoclonius. Actually, it sounds like there might be one... Oh, it's back in there somewhere. God, I'd kind of like to bring it out to me if I can. And I do have the revolver rifle we can try out. Which is kind of a neat idea, and there's nothing that's exclusively... Oh, just Nesotactylus. There you are. There's nothing that really says that a rifle can't also be a revolver, because the only reason it's called a revolver is the revolving cylinder the ammunition sits in. So you could have revolving shotguns. And things like that. It's a neat idea, but I think the reason why revolving rifles aren't that common is there's a chance of the other rounds being able to fire more likely. I don't know, I'm trying to remember where I heard it. Or a little talk about like that. But yeah, it's not very common to have revolver rifles, but they are a neat concept just, like, visually. All you really need for it is the revolving cylinder and the rifle will be barreled, and there you go, I'd say. Revolving rifle. That's actually a point. It was Mike Burnfire and Zach Hazards they were talking, and I mean, Zach's gun rants are always entertaining and interesting to listen in on. But yeah, the reason why a rifle is called a rifle is merely because the barreling of the weapon has rifling in it. That's basically the difference between a musket and... Oh, that's a lot of stuff over there. That's basically the big difference between a musket and a rifle, is the musket is just smooth bore, there's no rifling in the barrel at all, whereas a rifle, it just has that little bit done to it. Okay, so it's a Camptosaurus, and I thought I saw some Sinosaurus too. But maybe I was mistaken. Oh, no, there are some Sinosaurus. Okay, what would I prefer to... Well, I've already got 3 of these guys, but you know what? Now, going for a swim, guys. Actually, maybe that's going to work out for them, because I can't hit dick. Yeah, I better use the burst rifle here. I mean, I said I would use it. I never said I'd be successful with it. But we'll head back and try once more. Okay, we're loaded into another hunt. So that is one thing I'll have to be cautious of is... I guess I actually did have better marksmanship with the burst rifle than I first thought for, like, the 3 Sinosauruses and the... Uh-oh. I could have sworn I had a lot of shots going at the back, but maybe they weren't hitting the very upper spine for it, but we'll try a restart. Okay, we're loaded in here, well, kind of loaded in again. Yeah, so the Monoclonius, it is a lot like other Ceratopsian. Maybe my better bet is to aim for the eye than try for the upper back area. Because that big frill might have been taking in a lot of the shots that were stopping me from getting a good mortal hit. I've just gotta get a little bit of a look around, see if there is any immediate dangers. But from the looks of... Oh! That'd be a good one to try for the revolver rifle. Uh-oh. Okay, game froze up. So, okay, so thankfully it's going, but it doesn't look like... Yeah, we'll have to chase after him. I wasn't sure if that would have provoked it to coming after me, and freezing up would have really limited my time to respond, or it would run. But it seems like with the distance, we were able to just get it to... Uh-oh. Ah. I gotta admit, one thing I kind of dislike about the mod is the ammo count. I'm going to do another restart. Okay, this is an odd spawn point. Actually dropped us underwater. Nope. Yeah, that's a weird place to kind of be dropped in as a spawn. Like, I guess the idea was to be around these little pools here, but I don't think it was intended to be, like, inside them. But one of the things I dislike about the mod is because your ammo count in the top left isn't single clips, it actually seems to be 2, it's hard to know when you're going to get locked into a reload animation. Before, in other mods and other Carnivores games, when they mean double ammo, they usually mean you have one full clip before you'll have to reload, and then another full clip. That way, if you only had like 1 or 2 shots left, you knew, okay, I don't want to be locked in a reload animation, I can use another weapon. And because there is no manual reload in any of the Carnivores content, you really got to count your shots. So that's going to be one thing that's going to be really important with this mod, if it is going to be doing, you get 2 clips and 2 clips, is trying to figure out and remember where your reload points are. Because if it wasn't for getting locked up on that, I could have tried switching to maybe the lever-action shotgun here or something else and possibly taking that other sinosaurus down. Oh, actually sounds like we might have something over this way. So yeah, that is one thing I kind of dislike. The only way I could kind of see, like, maybe being able to offset that is, like, depending on how the texture file works for the weapon ammunition in the top left, if you could almost have, like, little arrowheads or, like, half arrowheads to say, like, this is a little brick of 1 clip, and this is a little brick of 1 clip. So you can kind of count and see along that to know when you're nearing one of your clips being used up. Again, I'm not exactly sure how the texture files for that work, but just because this is trying to give you, it looks like, on basis, 2 full magazines for your weapon. And I cannot climb this. No, maybe I can. Yeah, the terrain geometry is kind of janky still. Okay, but we were able to get up here. Oh. Aww. Oh, I actually would have gotten killed anyway, because the one at the back. We'll probably end today with that. Okay, and here we are in the trophy room, just to inspect what we got from today. Yeah, so these guys were... Oh, seems like there is a little hiccup on loading the map or trophy room, where everything will pause for a moment, but just for that moment. So these are the sinosaurus, and they do have a couple variants. We've seen a lot of the green-colored ones. I haven't been able to take one down for the trophy room yet, but then there was a pack of these yellow hide ones that we were able to take down. So they are pretty well done. Again, it kind of feels like the textures do have a little more blurring and age to them from up around here, where they're kind of like muds and gets a little messy together, like not enough contrast between the colors. But the eyes kind of have... See, it's a little weird. Certain species like these two, the eye looks more like it's painted onto the model. But then you get ones like this, where the eye is so much detail, it almost seems like it's almost like a separate identity, or like it's actually modeled with its own texture. And the Neovenator here, I guess it's just how good quality the eye is. I almost thought it was kind of like the Mirror Gaia for a moment, but it's like these other two. It's just that it has more sharpness in it. But yeah, I am surprised that we took this one down. Although, truth be told, it looks like the It might just be how the leg is angled, but I was going to say, it looks like it's really bulgy and bulbous at this point here. Like, I don't know, almost looks like it's really swelled out and inflamed from what it should be. But it might just be because of how it's bent differently than this one. But yeah, overall, at least we got a couple more species for the trophy room to show off. I am feeling like I do miss a earlier shotgun for a mod. Like, one of the things with having the sinosauruses coming in and having a lot of weapons that are old, these mostly just like single round projectile shots. Like, the way to describe it is like a rifle. You shoot one bullet, it's one bullet, that's it. It is kind of nice for having in a Carnivores mod a closer shotgun that is a full shotgun where it has a pellet spread. Because it would help a lot against, like, say, pack hunts like these little guys and other ones that get up close and personal to you. From distance and far away, the mod is pretty good with having a variety, like we've seen. The camo pistol, the lever-action shotgun, because it still does not feel like a shotgun to me. It feels like a large-bore rifle would probably be the way I would put it. And just fires the one heavy round out that can pack a lot of punch, but it's not the pellet spread that you would be expecting a shotgun to usually have. And then there's the revolver rifle, the burst rifle, which are, again, more rifles. The burst one is just a lot of weak shots simultaneously. So I guess that one might be one I need to get a little more practice with, as in theory, it would be pretty helpful for self-defense, as long as you can kind of aim towards the mortal zones more often, because you'll have accuracy by volume of fire would be a way to describe it. You can get a lot of shots off, and as long as you're kind of trying to follow the mortal zone, you might get lucky with one of those bursted shots hitting where you need it to. But there are still a few more weapons to show off, there's the other areas to go after, and a lot more of the trophy roster to take in too. But overall, enjoying my time with Fallen Kings on the M.E.E. So, thank you guys so much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you liked the video, be sure to give a like. If you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Until I see you all in the next video or episode, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.